Hello and welcome to day 2 of my forgotten words teaching. And so today the word is Susurrus. Susurrus. And the theme here is the soft, whispering, rustling sound and listening inward. So I'm out in the gratitude garden. It's quite a windy day today, so you might get a little bit of the rustle of the leaves just to the left of me here when maybe we do our journaling. So the world is always speaking to us, but often in whispers. The leaves in the trees, the sigh of the wind, the gentle guidance of our own intuition. And when life feels noisy, we sometimes miss these whispers. And today I invite you to soften, to slow down and begin listening more deeply. Not just to the world around you, but also to the whispers of your own body and soul. So I invite you to take a comfortable seat. It may be that you choose to lay down. It just depends where you are right now. And close your eyes if that feels good. Maybe place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Let's just settle in together. Just notice your breath, the rise and fall of your belly, your ribs and your chest. And here we'll take gentle ujjayi variation, and we're going to call it whisper breath. So I invite you to just close your lips gently and breathe through your nose. In through the nose, and as you exhale out through the nose, just create a soft whispering sound at the back of your throat. Maybe like wind gently blowing through the leaves. Then just notice the depths of your inhales and the depths of your exhales. Maybe the first few are just short and shallow in through the nose and out through the nose, just making short, subtle sighs, noises in the back of your throat. And each breath you may be able to inhale and exhale longer, but allowing your breath to be smooth and steady. So as you continue with your whisper breath, this gentle variation of ujjayi. Ujjayi is usually described as Darth Vader breath, that in the back of your throat, with your lips gently closed and your jaw soft, forehead soft, eyes closed if you can. Just feel how even your breath has a voice, a quiet susurrus guiding you inward. Just going to allow you to gently flow with your breath here for a few more rounds. to just recall the sound of life as you pause with your breath, knowing that the noise and the sound still go on around us. But as we start to slow down and soften, we start to begin to listen more deeply. Your breath becomes the whisper of your own body and soul. So you can continue just listening to your breath, but if you're drawn to journal with me now, I invite you to have your journal book or pen, piece of paper to hand. And as we continue with our breath, I'm just going to ask you, what is whispering to you today that you may have been too busy to hear? And so I invite you to journal slowly. And I suggest that you just allow your pen to move like a rustling leaf in the wind on your page, gentle, flowing but not forced. So what whispers to you today? So wherever you are, whether you're still journaling and you're allowing your pen to free flow like breeze on the paper, you can choose to pause this video if you're allowing your inward voice to release onto your paper or your journal. And I could keep going, so I've had to stop myself. But again, it's so inviting, isn't it, if it does flow freely, to let it come. And so we'll just, wherever you are, whether you were journaling or whether you were just focusing on the sounds of your breath, just going to slowly now start to bring in some gentle movement. And so we are going to keep it soft and easy. So we're just going to take some neck rolls. So again, just half moons, allowing the chin to dip towards the chest and your head to just roll right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow the chin to semicircle across the chest and allow your left ear to reach your left shoulder and just flow easily with those neck rolls from right to left. Inhaling, exhaling, dipping the chin as you rotate the head and roll it round. Still using your nice, soft, easy breath. And again, just notice where you can find an opening in the side of the neck. As you dip the chin, you might find as you come to center, it comes down the spine to the base of the head and neck. And then very slowly bringing your head back to center and raising the chin. And then this time just turning to look over the right shoulder. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly turning the head. As you exhale to look over the left shoulder, pausing here, taking a nice deep breath in. Exhaling slowly, just turning the head as you exhale to look over the right shoulder. And just notice here how you can flow through, inhaling, exhaling, pausing, inhale, exhale. Finding if you can get your breath to flow with the inhales and the exhales as you meet the other side. One more. And then slowly inhaling and coming back to center. This time, inhale, as you exhale, send your head back as you lift the chin. And again, you may have your hand on your chest like me. So you just get a deeper stretch in the front of the neck. And this time you just inhale and exhale, chin to chest. Pausing and just noticing where the stretch is. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time we're just going to release. Inhaling, both hands up. Exhaling, right hand over to left knee. And left hand over to right knee. Just got a gentle stretch on the shoulders here. Dip the chin towards your chest. Just hold here for a moment. Again, if there's too much reaching, you feel like you're pulling your knees up, you can start to just draw the cross of the hands down your thighs towards your pelvis a little bit, so there's not so much reaching forward. You take it out and dip the chin. You may even choose to want to give yourself a hug and bring your hands up to your shoulder blades and give yourself a little massage. And just noticing how that feels as you dip in. Filling up the belly, the ribs and the chest. I'm just going to open the hands and change that cross now, so opposite hand over opposite knee. If you're reaching, if you want to draw it back a little bit, not so far. Again, just noticing how you dip the chin to the chest, or whether you give yourself a little hug. Dipping the chin and maybe rounding the shoulders. And then releasing the hands, and this time I'm going to take a nice wide stretch back, and then we're going to rock inwards and rock back on our sit bones. So it is a seated cat-cow, but this time instead of having the hands connected to our legs, we're just going to open the chest and allow ourselves to rock forward on our sit bones, taking a nice inhale and a reach back. And then as we exhale all of the breath out of our belly, we rock back on our sit bones, we hollow out the belly, and we take a hug in. And just see if you can get that coordination where you inhale, but as you exhale, the opposite hand reaches over. So we're alternating the hug and the little squeeze. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. And again, just notice you might want to pause. You can flow with this at your own breath space, and just notice where it feels really good. How often do you give yourself a hug? We don't, do we? But actually it's like, oh, it's quite calming. You might even just want to pause on that hug with yourself. And then float back when you're ready. Then we're just going to come to stillness. We're going to take our hands overhead. Nice deep breath in. This time, as we exhale, left fingertips forward, right fingertips come back, and we've just got a rotation, seated rotation. So again, if this becomes too much, you can just take your left hand on top of your right knee, take your right hand onto the mat behind you, really root through your sit bones, and just take the seated twist without the reach. Or of course, you can rotate that right arm back and reach the left, fingertips forward. You don't have to stay here for too long. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, opposite side, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back, reaching away and just noticing how this feels in the torso. Again, if it's too much for you, bending into the left elbow, taking your left fingertips to the floor, and then bending into the right elbow, taking your right fingertips to your left knee. Nice long spine. Take out any tension. And then we can flow with this. Inhaling up. Exhaling either with the hands down, so left fingertips on your right knee, right fingertips behind your right hip, or again, of course, taking that opening wide. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twist. Listen to the breath again. Susurrus. The gentle whisper. Coming back to center. Floating hands down, prayer to heart center, one hand on chest. Maybe the other hand on top. Maybe bringing one hand to the belly. And just coming to stillness now. And so in each of those moves, we were just guided by the whispers of our breath, the ripple of the movements, rather than being commanded. Just gently guided. So now I invite you, if you've been seated on any cushions or wherever you are, you can choose to now lay down. And therefore, as you lay down slowly, you can choose to have your knees fall into each other and the soles of your feet just a little bit wider to the edges of your mat. You may choose to have a bolster under your knees if your legs are long, or you may be able to just rest in your Shavasana with your legs long. Maybe your hands or your palms facing up, or maybe one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And if you have a blanket, I suggest you cover yourself up for this body scan, where I invite you to listen to the whispers. So find your stillness. Make any simple adjustments or micro movements that you need to get into your comfortable space. Close your eyes or lower your gaze and let your body soften. Let your breath return to its natural ease. Imagine you are lying in a quiet forest. The wind moves gently. Leaves whisper around you. You are safe. You are supported. Now begin to listen inward, as though each part of your body carries its own rustling sound, a subtle message. Start with the crown of your head. Notice, is there a tingling, a warmth, a gentle susurrus? Simply listen. Now move down to your forehead, your eyes. Notice the tiny shifts, the delicate movements of the breath around your face. Now draw your attention to your jaw, your throat. What whispers live here? Just take a nice deep breath in and release any tension with a soft exhale. Now to your shoulders. Just listen to the rustling beneath the surface. Perhaps a quiet ache. Perhaps with each inhale and exhale you can release. To your arms, your elbows, your wrists and your fingers. What subtle sensations are present, like whispers through branches? To your chest and your heart. Feel the flutter, the pulse, the susurrus of your own breath and heartbeat. Now down through your belly. Notice gentle movement, the whisper of digestion, the soft rise and fall. Now to your hips, your pelvis and your thighs. Listen for whispers of grounding, stability, or tightness waiting to be heard. Just breathe into that space. Now to your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Notice the quiet presence here, like leaves resting on the earth. Now rest into your whole body, a forest of whispers. Every breath is a susurrus. Every sensation a message. Now take 3 slow, whispering breaths. And then just allow your breath to flow nice and slow and easy, normal breath. As you start to bring an awareness back into your body by maybe moving the fingers, the toes, the back, the shoulders, the head, the neck, maybe a big stretch through the whole body, whatever it feels like that you need to do right now to find that whispering sensation all the way through the movement in your body. And when you feel called to do so, maybe open your eyes and just bring your awareness back into the room that you're in. Remember to, if you're laying, always roll onto one side and find that pause. And then when you feel called to, you can come to rise to a seated position, whatever that looks like for you. So you can join me in this closing of this teaching today. So maybe just take your hands to your heart center or to a space and place on your body that feels comfortable to just pause for a moment. So Susurrus, this lovely sound, reminds us that wisdom doesn't always shout, it whispers. Today, may you carry this practice into your life, slowing down enough to notice the whispers within and around you. So I'll leave you on that note and thank you for listening to me today and joining me for this teaching. And I hope to see you for the rest of the month. And have a lovely day.